Shake?
That, do that dance. Who goddamn, who that man? I'm feeling brand new.
Oh my god.
Do
There
that
was a little bit
dance.
of banter in the alt chat.
And I'm feeling brand new.
Oh my! Zven takes no prisoners.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh! What the heck is actually going on?
I remember our first interaction, besides like playing the game.
I remember that day, yeah? We blew up.
So when you guys aced us and then you started talking shit, I was like, this fucking kid right here. Now I'm like really fired up, like now I want to beat this guy for no reason at all, just to, like for this reason, And then I shake the hands of like, what, top, jungle, mid, and I see you, and I'm like, nah.
Nah. Not you.
My whole thing just goes red, I'm like, and I walk past you and I shake Cordy's hand. And I remember like, I shake Cordy's hand more aggressively, like, GG, bro, to Cordy J. He gets one for both of you. I don't know. I was just like mad in the moment, but then afterwards I was thinking about, why did I do that?
For me, I know you said something, but I couldn't hear anything because it's like loud, and I was like,
Yeah, it's really
still
loud.
thinking about the game.
It's really loud,
And then
yeah.
you said something, I'm like, I don't even know what he said.
I said, yeah, well played, bro, or something like this. I checked my Twitter after the game, and there's like 1 million people, like literally 1 million views on my tweet, and I'm like, okay, relax, I didn't think it was gonna be that big of a deal when after it happened.
Yeah, I didn't really care either. I was like, well, huh? Why are people so mad? I remember people saying, do you hate Zven? I'm like, no. I have a lot of respect for that guy. I think he's really funny.
I think that game you played kind of bad, no? Afterwards,
Yeah, I was just like, Lucian me lane one trick.
when you talk trash in the middle of the game, and you start losing, do you get like a sweaty feeling like, oh no, we can't lose this game after I just said that?
I actually don't remember how many Lucian Nami games I played, but it was like getting to the point where I was like, fuck, can I not win all this champion? I remember I was really good at Lucian Nami in lane. Like we would stomp everyone, but like I probably couldn't finish out the games in actual stage, so I was probably getting to that stage.
So back then you had Harry, now you have APA, who was like made his whole thing to trash talk. Most people do the trash talk on Twitter, which is why APA is so unique. Like most people would say like, oh, playing against this team today, they're fucking terrible, I'm gonna roll them over, kind of thing. Do you think it's like funnier to just say like in the all chat, you guys are so bad, versus saying like some sort of joke?
I think it's more of a mental edge, and when you say in an actual game, all of a sudden, like randomly, like we beat you guys and you're like a little bit fuming. So let's say I played a little bit well. Let's say like you lost the next fight, you probably would just like,
More mad?
yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what he goes for, I think.
Did that change your perspective on trash talk at all?
No, I usually have the habit of blocking people who type a lot.
Does that include APA?
I had it muted before so in scrims, usually I don't care, but when we're in a pause, I can hear ding, 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 and I can't mute
Oh,
him.
the chat sound?
Yeah, and I can't mute him in game,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
just decided I'm blocking you right now.
Does he do timers? Like
I
summoners?
unblocked him because he said he was gonna start doing timers.
No way.
And then he stopped doing timers. I'm like,
Back on the list? Back on the block list?
What up, though? What up, though? When I slide through, can I get loose? Then I go boom. I like them shoes. I am that dude. I am that dude. I am that dude. I am that.
How do you feel about TL at MSI? So at Worlds you were a rookie, right? But this is your second national. Did you feel like you have a different mindset coming to MSI than you did at Worlds last year?
so during Worlds, I like hard mental boomed a little bit.
Yeah.
Like before a stage started, even. So like when I went to that Riot hotel, I like made it in my mind as like, I'm gonna try my best not to like mental explode or like
Why did you mental boom?
the team atmosphere wasn't good at all. So it was like heavily impacting me. And
That's
like,
a common thing for like the Western boot camp. You go like really early, you play way too many games, you don't sleep and eat well, zero exercise probably, and then I saw you playing like 7 a.m. And then there's like an 8-hour break and you play again. I'm like, how does this guy do that? Is he like completely insane in the head?
when I do that, it's probably because I'm like, there's a one or two things. I'm like pretty pumped to play and it's fun, or two, I'm really tilted. I need to play war.
You're so stressed that you think you have to keep playing through, and then it gets worse and worse.
Yeah, pretty much.
So if I said, I think you played a lot worse at Worlds and MSI, what would you say?
I would agree.
Do you think that's because your opponents are better, or because you play worse?
I think I played like very below standards. I think I was just like along for the ride mostly because I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I think at Worlds there were moments where like I felt like at all times I watched you play, you never made mechanical mistakes. You might have done something stupid, everyone does that, but you didn't mess it up mechanically at least. When I was at Worlds, I was like, you were like an Philips one trick for a long time. Like when you were playing Champions Q and Academy before this, I was like, yeah, this guy's good at Philips, but that's it.
That's it.
And I watched you play at Philips and you were missing like, your spells and you were misclicking obviously, and I was like, what's happening? So do you feel like that was like a mental problem? Like were you afraid of your opponents? Was it like I'm on a big stage, I don't want to look bad? Or like, what do you think actually happened to you? Because I felt like you were a lot better in the LCS.
Yeah, I think I was just mentally out of it basically. More than mentally out of it, I think I was I lost my how I wanted to play the game. And that was the worst part. So that's what I wanted to go into MSI, like have a strong identity.
Yeah.
I think going to even playoffs, I kind of like was starting to lose my identity, and then going to the bootcamp, like this isn't working, this isn't working, this isn't working, this isn't working. So then I'm just like playing the champion, and I'm just like trying to do my best along for the ride.
But then you changed it up at MSI and you picked champs like Samira, which like it's probably like one of the highest confidence champs you can pick. You can't play a champ like that without confidence. So you obviously had like, was it like point no return, or was it I know I can play this and win?
Like the night prior, I was just looking through every like T1 game.
Yeah.
And I was just like looking at every champion, and I was like, hey, Samira seems pretty good against these guys. If they pick like really annoying champions like Camille or double AD carries. So I was like just thinking, and then my friend also said, yeah, just play some crazy cheat shit. Some random friend.
Just a guy from home?
Yeah. And I was also thinking like, Samira might be actually good, like the night before and the morning of, and then I was like, wait, this is actually a perfect angle for it.
Oh, Faker called up, depth charge, stretch line, locked up. Faker almost balls, the Inferno trigger! Will bury T1! Yeon, you beautiful AD carry, he does it! Into the G80 balls, Yeon finds Faker! Can he find more? 50-50. Yeah, this is it, this is your moment, this is your shot, you gotta shoot it.
Then I go boom. I like
50-50!
them shoes.
Oh no, says not today!
I am that dude. I am that.
You guys lost that game?
Yeah, we lost that game.
But you played really well, and the game was in a winnable state.
Yeah. There was a couple throws, I would say. We got like caught like one or two times in a really bad spots, and then I think we could have fought way more aggressively. We could have like started Baron and just like forced him to come into us, or just like keep doing something. But I think I also lost a flash timer and a really bad timing, so that was really big for like momentum.
You feel like if you had played that same comp against an LCS team that were as good as T1, that you had won the game? Like name plays off kind of thing?
Name plays off, we probably would have won, yeah. If we just like fist fought to the death, like we usually do.
Yeah.
It's also hard to like expect someone to know what to do in like a big stage like that, especially since I didn't play any Samira games, so I don't know if my teammates can have the confidence to like actually go in, you know?
Do you think having like 2 world champs helps in that sense?
Yeah, it helps a lot.
Because when I was a rookie, I know that like having like 3 to 4 of the best players in the West at the time definitely didn't make it harder to like get to your best form ASAP, right? I didn't have any jitters my first year because like my teammates were like really good at like all these kind of things, helping me learn both the game and the outside of the game. So I guess having, I didn't have a world champ next to me, but Mithy was pretty good at the time as well. And I felt like you reached your peak so much faster. Whereas like people that join like IMT or something, they don't get a real chance. They don't know.
I would say that I learned a lot from Core, and I like trust him like insane amount. I think it's very easy to play the game when you have like the feeling of, oh, if I just play well, then we're probably gonna win the game.
Yeah, if you do your job.
Like takes a lot of burden off.
So there's one play from the T1 series that was really interesting. You're playing Kalista against Senna Ornn. You're in the bot side river, and I think your team dies in front of you, and then you make like a 1v3. You almost pull it off.
Yeon! No way does Yeon do this to cleanse away! He tries to get out from owner, but the steadfast presence was stopping in his tracks. He was so close!
But you end up dying for nothing, and you use both your sums. And it feels like that moment, the game is instantly lost.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a play you make because you think your team can't carry this, and you have to do it now, or it's just gonna lose anyway.
So the way I saw it was, I can kill all 3 of them right now.
You played
Like
perfectly,
I saw the angle there.
Yeah, I saw it too. You played perfectly.
Yeah, but then I timed my flash. As soon as the Poppy E'd me, I flashed.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize if I flash in like a similar direction, that the Poppy still goes on me.
Yeah, it flashed like way away from it.
Yeah, I didn't know that you had to flash way further. So I thought I could
it's
flash a
it's
little
timing
bit.
Thing, no?
Yeah, it's a little bit timing thing, and so if you look back, it looks like I got bugged back into it.
Yeah.
So I was really pissed at myself because I thought I missed the. I thought I flashed.
It's like you flash too early, then it doesn't go off.
I thought I flashed too
late.
early. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my god, I'm so boosted. But then, so my plan was flash a little bit forward, melee the Ornn, auto him one more time. Don't hop because Poppy has W.
Yeah.
Instantly kill Ornn. Instantly kill Senna.
Because if you kill one guy, you will kill them all.
Yeah.
You will get triumph if you have it, and you will.
The Ornn was like 2 autos from death.
Yeah.
And then I was like completely botched.
But then afterwards, how does it affect you? The play. You hear the crowd goes crazy. The whole stage bar is shaking.
If you look back, I was about to punch my monitor.
Yeah.
If you look at the camera screen, I'm like,
they show that. Yeah. The showmaker.
yeah, the shoemaker. I was like so angry at myself.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of respect for having the guts to go for a play like that as a not a rookie, but second national you ever played. It's impressive, and I feel like many people in your shoes when they play nationals, people are sometimes playing for their jobs. Often people just go 0-0-0, do nothing, and then at least you won't be blamed for your team's loss, right? That game, your support, your jungler or whatever, ran it down, lost the game. You can be like 0-0-0 up in CS and then just lose in peace, and you can keep your job, right? I feel like that's a big reason why like a lot of people play so scared. They're afraid of being blamed. But I feel like I'd rather go down with the ship, trying to win, than like taking the first lifeboat, and just jumping off.
I don't prefer playing scared at all. It's like one of the biggest things I didn't like in my like first year, maybe even.
Yeah.
Like, I have like this entire like even playlist just to keep me like, I will not back down.
A playlist?
If you hit me, I'll fucking hit you back.
It's impossible these days to ever know the truth. So $100 whoever can catch and hold a goose. All I'm saying is I need a place where I can get loose.
In summer there's gonna be a target on you guys' back, right? Everybody's gonna be gunning for you. I had this old take that if you go to MSI, back when there was only one team, to be fair, if you don't have a massive like mental breakdown at MSI, the amount of practice you get both on stage and in scrims against the best teams in the world will make you even better when you come back. So if you want LCS, you go to MSI. There's no reason you shouldn't win at Summer Split as well. You think you're just gonna roll us all over in the Summer Split?
I'll love to see. Meta is always changing. AD carry is different.
Yeah. I'm back.
You're back?
I'm back. You haven't won a split where I was playing.
2 splits, yeah?
Yeah.
I am that dude. I am that dude. I am that dude. I am that dude. I am that. Don't stop and go straight
Shake?
to the top. Don't stop and go straight to the top. I am that dude. I am that
Shake.
dude. I am that dude. I am that dude. I am that. Don't stop and go straight to the top. Don't stop and go straight to the top. And we all going together.